Welcome back. We are to die for. Thanks for joining us once again. My name is Aaron. I'm going to be the DM. We're going to do our standard introduction. So starting on my left.
Hi, I'm Eric. I'm playing Boz, the druid elf.
I am Alyssa. I am playing Ayala, the reborn high elf warlock.
Hello, I'm Michaela. I'm playing Helene the Halfling, and I'm a rogue.
Hello, I'm Jaden, and I will be playing Azure, the Tiefling Barbarian.
And together we have trauma, and we're to die for.
Yeah.
Drama.
All right. So we're just going to... jumping right into it. Last time, Helene got into a bit of trouble.
I might have
What's
been
new?
detained,
Helene was detained.
I need my mommy.
but I was never charged with anything.
You were not.
'Cause you were
had
rescued by your
some really
mother.
good role play and deception rolls that convinced the arresting guards that you were not a major threat enough. And honestly, given the fact that there wasn't also extensive damage from what they could really tell, and you didn't have any direct proof on you, they decided it really wasn't kind of worth their time. So they went to find your mom, who was actively on a date
Save me, Mom.
from the session before and was breaking up with a poor soul.
Not exactly
Why you
crazy.
guys gotta be so mean?
Why you got it?
But while you were being detained, you also came across your old companion, Mazdamunde.
Yeah, he was in jail too.
He was in jail too. Yeah, he was in the drunk tank.
Mommy rescued both of you.
And the rest of that session was kind of reuniting, Mazdamunde joining with the group, Ayala kind of recapping what happened, and then Ayala and Helene having some heart-to-heart. And then
Mommy-daughter
also
time.
Boz and Azure, and just some good tavern talk at the end. And then as the morning came, after goodbyes were kind of said, everyone headed out through the southern gate of Ellis Faye after purchasing some supplies the day before. And the journey to Suderheim in the south is about to begin.
Ooh.
And
I was
that's
gonna say, and side quest.
And that
What
is
is
where the
happening
police show
with
up.
Dakith?
we'll check in with him periodically.
Just
Right.
think.
Yeah, it'll be like the screen like fades away and it brings in Dakith. Like, what is Dakith doing at this time?
Still hammering away.
Still hammering. 5 sessions later, you realize he hasn't moved a bit.
Is he alive? Did
He's becoming undead to match you. Anywho,
Gross.
we are picking up as the party early morning takes off. However, as unfortunately we do not have Mazdamunde here with us today, it has been determined that as you guys were heading off, the authorities had some other questions for him. So he is being forcibly kind of brought back, and
Some new evidence has arrived, and
yes. So he will catch up to you guys at a later date and time. It's not the first time he's disappeared, probably won't be the last, but he seems to come back.
He's like a bad penny.
Yeah.
he was
But
What?
They always turn up.
Oh my god.
oh god. Anywho,
Wait, Mans, I need your assistance.
the road ahead of you though to Suderheim is a well-marched one. Lots of merchants make the travel fairly consistently, but that does not mean it is not wrought with its own dangers. The journey starts south, where you're going to pass through a lot of the surrounding farmlands by Ellis Faye. As you then start hooking west, there is a large river that flows from the mountains out into the sea that you will eventually cross. And shortly after that, as you continue in a southwestern direction, the terrain goes from more of that plains, mountainous and plain area into a mountainous desert, with plateaus starting to pop up, the arid climate really starting to show, and new dangers starting to pop up. You guys, through conversation before, and through your preparations the day before, know that it should take around 7 days on foot to reach Suderheim, assuming all goes well, or at least well enough. And while, again, a lot of merchants do make this trip, and it's not one that's exceedingly rare or anything, there's not necessarily a huge stream of traffic. So you do expect for a decent part of this, you'll likely to be on your own. And if you do come across anyone else, the likelihood of them staying with you till the end is probably short, especially since you do not have a carriage or horses of your own.
We're too broke for that.
You are too broke.
Yeah, for now.
Having
So-
money? Imagine.
So with that, the party sets off. The day is young. Weather is very fine. Only a few clouds in the sky, just a light breeze as you spend the first part of your day just kind of getting through the farmlands and really starting to push towards the edge of civilization. As you continue going further and further out, the foot travel dissipates, and you eventually come to a fork in the road where to the south you do know that there are some additional docks where a lot of merchants from other places like to bring the goods in. However, instead of going straight to the docks, you hook a right. And after a few hours of travel you find yourselves with the mountains in the background, not too far, but a bit more of an arid climate starting to approach, although you can still smell a bit of the moisture that just emanates from the mountains. But as you guys start your journeys, the day is yours, and what would you like to do?
That's a good question.
Boz
Everyone's
is-
just like walk, I guess.
Boz is focusing on the path ahead of him.
Okay. So, maybe a little shook from Mazamunde not actually joining and having to travel once again and leaving the comfort of a city.
We're
Maybe he'll
walking.
Maybe he'll catch up to us with a cart.
I doubt that. I don't know why he would get a cart. He can't even fit in a cart. A horse couldn't carry him, that's for damn sure.
Where?
I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of keep walking. I'm in an interesting mood.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hide it. I'm in an interesting mood. I'm not a foul mood per se, but I'm just brooding almost.
Kron is actually going to go over to Azure at this point. He's going to kind of lean in and it's like, did it something happen with the small one, Helene?
I'll be honest, the past couple days have been interesting. I couldn't tell you, actually. Maybe a fight happened between her and Ayala, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to be real.
I've heard it enough, but I haven't been a part of what's happened. But her hostility towards Mr. Maz seems rooted in something else. So I just wanted to see if you knew anything.
Not as far as I'm aware.
Maybe she needs some comforting.
Hey, metalhead! I can hear you two talking about me.
Don't talk to him
Not
like that.
we're 100 yards away.
I'm gonna walk over to
You-
her and I'm gonna right over her mouth. You need to respect
I want to
those
bite her.
around you.
She tries to touch me like that. I want to bite her. See if I can bite her. I know she's
Roll.
undead, but
Oh, yeah,
You sure you want to taste that?
roll to
no,
hit.
not really. I'm not trying to taste it. I'll even pull my tongue back in my mouth. That's what we'll do. Roll
Teeth only.
16. That'd be strength. Would that be dexterity added to that, or just a straight roll?
It would just be a straight roll.
16.
16. Does that beat your base armor class?
By 2 points.
You bite, go, and you're going to deal 1 point of damage as your teeth sink into Ayala's undead kind of flesh.
I'll immediately
Or-
let go and spit it out.
I'm going to smack the living tar out of her.
Dodge! Dodge! Dodge!
You do not get to dodge yet.
Unfortunately, what's your AC?
Dexterity, acrobatics.
What's your AC?
15.
Yeah, I rolled a 13.
I dodged.
I was like, my hand is probably hurting, and I'm like, I am just going to back away from her, and I am going to.
I'm kind of just gonna run down the trail.
I'm
a little bit more
gonna
too, like,
reach
screw
into
you
my
guys.
bag and pull out like a needle and stitch my wound back together.
As you see these tiny little holes.
Yeah, while I'm grumbling something to Mans.
I'm sorry that I hurt you, but don't put your hand over my mouth like that.
Don't disrespect your family.
They're talking about me in front of my face behind my back. Isn't that disrespect? Oh no.
Now, to be
I'm gonna trot off faster. I'm not even listening to anybody anymore. I'm just kind of like speed walking away a little bit. Like, I know where I'm going. Just
Azure at this point will walk up to Ayala. As I was saying to Kron, I don't know what's up with her right now, but I'm sorry that
I
happened.
feel kind of bad now. I guess I should have some volume control installed.
No.
should have been on the
You were
ear.
showing genuine concern
Yeah,
about
you were
her
showing
situation.
concern, and she was being a rude little bitch. So it's absolutely fine if she wants to go off and have a tantrum.
Okay, but I don't think we should let her go too far. Given the stories I've heard.
I'll do what I can to catch up with her.
Good luck.
So yeah, Boz picks up the pace a little bit.
Okay. So it doesn't take too much. If
I got short little legs.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Helene, you hear Boz catch up to you.
You okay?
Come to scold me too.
No, I just want to see if you're okay.
She's going through puberty. That's why she's so angry. Our little halfling is growing up to be a
She's
foaling.
gonna skyrocket in height.
Maybe.
3-2.
Grow another 2 inches.
Guys, it's unheard of for a halfling ever.
Tension just gone now.
I'm not gonna lie, I've had a lot on my mind recently, and the last couple of days have just been kind of rough, and now we're on the road, and it makes me uneasy being out here.
Well, you do have us to take care of you.
Yeah, that's part of what I'm worried about. I don't want you guys to have to take care of me the whole time or be looking out for me, because, I mean, I want to be able to take care of myself, but I mean,
You do take care of yourself pretty well, but you know what? In being alone like that, you tend to get yourself hurt.
that's fair. Last couple of times I've been alone, I've gotten Mans killed, so there's that too. I know Ayala's still pissed off at me for that, but
She'll get over it. It'll be fine.
it might take her a couple generations, couple decades, who knows? But
It's-
yeah.
You know
So-
what, though? That amount of time's not really that much for us.
Real quick, Helene
Yeah.
and Boz, go ahead and make me a perception check.
I'm not paying attention, I'm pissed off. I got a
Soft
9.
20.
All right. You have no idea. Boz, you hear a scurrying coming from behind you down the pathway.
Is it Dakith?
Is it?
I'm just kidding.
Is it sound like fingernails in the ground?
Yeah, it does. Someone's not happy.
Uh-oh. Yep.
I'm gonna see what his path is and maybe, sort of body block.
You take a glance back and you see Mans after
Angry
Ayala was bit and it took him like maybe a bit to
Oh.
like get it. All of a sudden is seemingly making a beeline for Helene.
I'm gonna turn.
And I would actually say, Ayala, make a perception check too.
When do you notice this?
Yeah.
Never.
Nope, you missed it too.
Does
I rolled a
Azure
9, so nope.
Would Azure also have an
I thought-
opportunity to try and see this since he was just right next to Ayala?
I'm gonna say it for you, just a disadvantage.
'Cause- Yeah, because I released his hand when I went to sew my hand back together.
Yeah.
So, Boz, I will
this.
sidestep in front of Helene, so directly behind, and then fan out my cape a little bit, obstructing her.
Does a 1 or a 2 see
I
it?
failed that regardless.
You forget Mans exists for a moment.
With my, and I quote, One.
All right. So, Boz, can you restate what you just said?
Oh yeah, so
Sorry.
I'll see him coming, and then I did probably hear the yelp from earlier, so I sidestep in front of him, and then do a little spread of my cape, so she becomes obscured from his vision. Well, vision, however he sees.
Do I notice that he does this, like stepping behind me? I'm like, we're sitting here talking.
Actually, what he'll do is that Boz will do a little
Like, why
clever
doesn't he
here.
just pick her up?
He's going to do a little pat her on her shoulder, and doing so, he's going to get right behind her.
Okay.
Body blow.
I would like you to. Are you trying to be discreet about it? Because it sounds like you are.
I feel like it's almost more like he sees it and he's like, oh, hey. You kind of like.
I don't think he's going to be discreet about it, but he's trying to be clever as he can be at this moment. And so, yeah. So I don't know if she notices that.
Well, and that's what I'm kind of saying, because if it's clever in the terms of her not noticing, it's also trying to be discreet.
Ouch.
If he's just trying to act, then Helene's definitely going to notice it.
Yeah, then Helene will notice it because he's not really
Okay.
hiding in this. He's going to pat her, but then move. And she might wonder what he's doing.
Okay. So you definitely see Boz move and like kind of positioning and other stuff.
And if she asks, he'll respond.
What are you doing?
I think someone's going to get revenge for just something you did a second ago.
And at that moment,
Ouch.
there's this little poof as Mans, since you're now blocking, is just thinking that and is going to just lunge right at you, Boz. Not initially just for your throat, just like center mass.
Yeah.
So
You
just
get
to,
like
Smack on your back.
Um, you are able to deflect. Describe how you deflect him. As he rolled a 5.
Oh, he
on
rolled
the
a
dice.
5. I do have a shield, and so maybe I.
He just bounces off of it.
Yeah, so I kind of like. If I saw him coming, I just put my hand behind my back, my shielded hand behind my back. So he just bounces right off the shield.
You just waited, and at the last moment, as you lunged, you just pull out your shield, and at this point, everyone hears a thunk.
I
Sorry.
just look up from my sewing and be like, what in the... Mance! What are you doing? Come here. Come here.
Roll a persuasion with advantage because you're sway over him.
I'm glad I had... that's 16.
16. He doesn't turn around and come back, but rather still facing Boz and Helene, who he knows the general direction of. He like finger walks backwards
Okay.
until he eventually comes back to you.
Okay. I'm just gonna lean down and scoop him up again. Like, what were you doing? You can't attack Helene. I know. God, nope. If you want to strangle anybody, strangle me, because you know it won't affect me.
You watch as he like slowly climbs on, and he like semi-strangles you.
His hand's like... she's
Like it's strangling, and there's a little pressure, but it's nowhere near like a full blown because he can't help it,
Yeah.
but he doesn't want to at the same time.
Yeah. You know, we really should, I don't know, maybe get you a body or a mouth so you can...
Stress ball.
Stressful. So you can voice your feelings instead of trying to strangle everybody all the time. Though I do appreciate it. He's like using my neck as a stress ball. He's like...
All right. So that potential disaster averted.
Thanks, Boz. I'm just gonna turn around and keep walking.
He'll keep up with her to not really. It's not like he's trying to protect her at all. He just wants to keep her company.
Okay.
I'm gonna look to Azure and be like, do you have any idea what's going on with her?
That's what I was asking.
Because she seemed fine, other than the fact that, you know, the whole... She robbed a store and accidentally killed Mans, and then all of that, and I mean...
I'll be honest, I couldn't tell you. something's going on in her head right now.
Clearly.
But
Or not going on in her head.
you know what? That's fair. But yeah, no, I'll be honest. I'm not 100% sure.
Alright. I guess we just keep an eye on her. Maybe it's because that big elephanty thing didn't come with us.
Was there a strong connection between them before?
I'm not quite sure. I just met him, honestly. I mean, if anything, Azure would know.
Do you know if they had a strong connection?
Her and Maz? Not as far as I'm aware. I had a better connection with him, but that's because we were held in almost solitary confinement on the ship, so we spent a couple days together, but otherwise,
The men's quarters.
I don't think she really had that same connection as I did with him.
Who has the best connection with her now?
Probably me, which is weird. I mean, she bit me. All I did was cover her mouth, and I can tell you, it probably didn't taste very well.
Well, at least it doesn't seem like you can get infected.
No, but as you can tell, I have a very angry friend that doesn't like it when things happen to me.
Which one are you Oh, you mean the hand, Mr. Hands.
Yes, that would be the one.
Because it seems like everyone is pretty protective.
Maybe we should have stayed in the city longer. I don't know.
So, with that, we'll
I
say
would
the...
say, oh, I'm so sorry.
No, go for it, go for it.
I would say I'm just gonna kind of keep my eye out for like game trails or rabbits or anything because I'm just looking for something to kill right now.
Just gotta
I
unleash
got
it.
a niche I gotta scratch here.
All
Plus,
right.
then we can eat it later. That's what I can say. I'm just hunting.
Go ahead and roll me a survival check.
Nom, 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 nom.
It's a nom nom check.
That is definitely not an. Wait, that's right. It's a 1.
I can.
That
roll,
doesn't
but
help.
That's not any better. It's not any better. Well, it's an 8, so I don't see anything right now because I'm too distracted and pissy.
Yeah.
Definitely not a
The
good. nom, nom,
trails
nom.
that you see are old with no signs of anything recently going through
Mm-hmm.
them. And
They're from like before the monsoons or something.
not that bad, but you can tell it's like, look, if I haven't seen if there's not something that's been obviously crossing
Fresh
it within the last few hours or day, like it's probably not worth going down because
Yeah.
who knows how long that sidetrack might be. All right. So we'll say travel continues the rest of the day. And with that, I would like everyone to mark off who is required to eat 1 ration.
Say we maybe stop in the middle of the day or in the
Yep.
evening or something like that.
Yeah. So,
Did I give you each 7?
I'd assume so.
and as the day comes to the end, you're still in an area where we're actually going to say, given the amount of travel that you have to do, you're just before the river crossing that's going to come up. So
Just
the yeah, so the topography right now is still much more of like plainsy, and they've got there's some other tents and some campfires that you can see like popping up like way in front of you or way behind you. Pretty open. There doesn't seem to be a lot of like concerns of a lot of dangers here either. With that being said, though, you guys are able to set up set up camp, prop any tents or any other lodgings that you have.
Do we even have tents?
I don't believe so. You just have the makeshift
Oh,
that you
yeah, we had the makeshift stuff.
from the shipwrecks that you found.
Boz didn't
The
need
hemp.
anything more.
The hemp fabric.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's plenty.
Yeah, it's fine. We can probably we're in kind of the plains right now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm assuming that it's also not raining. Like, it's not like the rainy season per se. So, I mean, we can just sleep on the ground.
Under the stars.
Yeah, it's not. The weather's really nice right now.
Lay the hemp down or the hemp fabric down and just kind of like have a little bit of a padding.
Yeah.
Sleep on our backpacks that we don't have.
I have a pack.
I have a
You
pack.
have a pack.
I'll let you sleep on mine.
Did you buy a pack after we were
No, I've been
incarcerated?
using. I made a pack out of the canvas.
Oh, you're so smart.
Yeah, no, I have a little pouch from that.
I will let Helene use the fabric in my bag to make herself a bed or whatever she needs to.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, I'm really sorry that I was kind of an asshole earlier today. And I'm sorry that I bit you.
That's
That's kind of
If anything,
a bad move.
she should have rolled for a poison check. I'm just kidding.
Yes, man.
She's poisonous.
No.
I've eaten some pretty foul things before, so
So, what exactly was wrong?
it's been a rough couple of days, and I felt bad about you and Dakith and ruining your date and having you have to come and rescue me on a failed freaking little heist. And I felt bad because I just don't want you guys, like, having to protect me all the time because I'm a kid and I want to be able to defend myself, and I'm just scared that now we're out on the open road and I'm not going to be able to pull my own weight.
Do you remember what I said right before you bit me, or after you bit me, or around the time you bit me?
I don't know, something about not being rude or something.
Yeah, it was don't be rude to your family.
That's a robot.
Yes, but we're a family.
I'm pretty sure that robot's more human than, like,
That's also
certain
quite
people
a
that we've met,
possibility.
so...
I will take the compliments. So thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, after all, you call me mom.
Jokingly.
Yes, but who else would have gotten you out of that?
That's fair.
And who else would have made you a dress and shoes
Yeah.
and taken care of you and not beaten you black and blue for killing her hand?
Helped on travels across the country for a while there. After finding you on the side of the road.
A lot of these do seem like my otherly qualities.
I mean, honestly, this is the only family that I have.
Me too. Well, I do have a sister, but I don't know where she is now.
You have a sister.
You have a sister.
I do, yeah. She got sold when we were in the compound. Like, the first year we were in the compound, she got sold. She couldn't hack it. So they sold her to somebody else, but I don't know where she is. I want to try to find her someday, but I don't have much hope that she's still alive. I'm surprised I'm alive.
Huh.
Her name is Heidi.
Heidi.
Yeah. My parents weren't super creative. We all had H names.
Could be worse.
Yeah. Could have been named Ayala.
I'm
kidding.
I'm going to grab her ponytail and give it like a little tug.
Ow. I'm kidding, obviously.
I'm aware of it.
Let's just have a good night's sleep then. Well, for some of us.
For all of us who can sleep.
I mean, I can sleep. I'm just sure you guys don't want to drag me for 5 days.
I mean, maybe if we had a wagon, but that doesn't
I
sound...
mean, I
I'm sure
could.
Azure could carry me.
I was about to say I could.
But do I want to?
There isn't anyone to dust you off this time, though.
We have some other fabric we can just put on top of you.
I'm sure Mans could handle dusting.
I mean, extra point though, as Azure kind of holds out his arms and any non-existent gear that he has currently. I don't think I have much else that I'd be carrying, so I think I'd be fine.
Plus,
If
he's
you wanna
got the
take a nice-
wingspan of an elephant, so, you know, that works out.
If you wanted to take a nice
That-
summer's nap.
Honestly, I think I'm rested enough for a while.
Okay. Well, I am not. Ugh.
Oh my god, don't yawn.
That was even a fake yawn, bitch.
I know, that was the bad part.
I am not. I'm pretty tired. It's been a long day. You, since you don't sleep, you don't mind watching, right?
I don't mind.
Okay,
It's usually me and Kron anyways.
that's fair.
One time awake. I only sleep half the night.
Oh, hey, where's Mans? I should
It's
apologize
a question.
to him
That's
too.
a good question. Where is Mans after he was done or continuing to strangle?
Tied up in your
so
hair. He's
like-
just scrunchy.
Probably.
he kind of goes in like a natural state, like right under some of your like clothing
He's a
over your
shoulder
shoulder.
pad?
Yeah, so like he's almost like like a shoulder pad.
Yeah, so it's just like
One big
a
shoulder.
hand like that. And it's like all
He
you
goes
see is
like a little more down, like to the
right here.
yeah, a little down the shoulder, so that way also it's very easy for you just to kind of pull it up and have no one actually see it.
Yeah. So he's like right there.
Hey, buddy. I figured I should apologize to you too. I'm sorry that I bit your mom's
He just
hand,
sticks a finger out.
And I know, but you know what? Sometimes people fight and we want to strangle each other, but I didn't strangle her. I just bit her, so there's that. But are we good now? And I'm sorry for getting you killed back in that alchemy shop. That was not necessarily my fault, but it was my fault, and I'll take responsibility for it.
He just kind of scurries down down Aeola's arm a little more.
He's like
fine.
hanging on the elbow.
He seems chill though.
Well, I tried my best.
No,
I'm gonna
that
get some sleep.
he accepts your apology.
Oh, that's what that meant?
Yeah.
I only get what he says like 10%
not
of the
he's not a
time.
hand of many words.
That is
Hand
a
over your
fair
shoulder,
point.
just
Yeah.
You should work on sign language.
Oh, he
He's got
knows
a few signs.
I would prefer to work on trying to get him a person or a mouth or something. Maybe Suderheim.
maybe.
So, as everyone who's going to sleep lays down for the night, Aeola, you along with Kron will go ahead and stay up, and I'll have you roll a perception check, and he will as well.
Is this the first night?
It is the first night.
Okay, cool.
Hence Discord chat.
Yeah.
I got an 18.
18, all right. So the night is incredibly calm. And you do hear sounds of small creature, like plains creatures. Nothing more than just like a small little shrill of a little mammal here or there, though. But you do also notice that the overwhelming majority of them are coming to the east of you from where you came. Almost nothing really comes from the other side of the river, which does provide this really lulling kind of drowning sound. So you're not sure if there's just nothing that's making sound over there or if it's just kind of getting drowned out by the river.
Okay. That's weird.
But besides from that, the rest of the evening, the stars are out all night. There's a nice breeze. The temp is getting kind of chilly at night now.
Okay.
So thankfully being in the south, it's still very manageable. So even at the dead of night, no more than a chill. But you can tell that the season is really starting to change, and the temps are probably only going to keep going down for quite a while.
Okay. While I'm there, I'm just kind of gonna lay back on the grass or dirt or whatever substance we are currently banked on and just force a deep breath and just release it slowly and kind of look at Kron and then look back up at the stars and be like, even with you with somebody, do you feel like you're alone?
I would definitely say that it depends, because those who you may not like can make you feel even more alone.
I agree. And I wonder what our little family's going to end up doing when we get to Suderheim. Because we all have different goals and different aspects, and are we just going to split up? Are we going to stay together? I don't know.
I don't have an answer for that. I'm seemingly the newest of this, and even I feel more like I'm just using you guys to get out, but I do really enjoy your company.
I enjoy yours too. I understand the aspects from the others, but I've been alone so long other than Mans that it's weird socializing again. And this is going to be my first adventure where I'm not alone.
Would it be more reassuring knowing that there's others, though?
I don't really know. And I'm going to look around at everybody and be like, I don't know.
Are you afraid that they might not be helpful?
No, it's not that. It's that, we all hold so many secrets that, is something going to come up of any of our pasts that are going to just decimate those around us. I don't think I can bear losing people again.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That was inappropriate. Inside joke.
Well, I mean, even I know that loss hurts and people don't want to lose. But I guess I still don't know.
I guess only time can tell, huh?
What language is that to have time to help you?
Oh, it's the language of the universe.
Really?
Yes. Time tells all. Time is talking right now. You just can't hear it.
Then how do you know it's talking?
It's that voice in the back of my head.
I'll have to explain that to you sometime. I don't think I have enough time to explain it now.
Time is weird.
I agree.
Time is but a construct of the imagination.
Time keeps on ticking.
Yeah, good luck explaining for the first time an abstract construct to a construct.
Yeah.
Abstract concept to a construct. The construct to construct.
So,
About midnight, then Boz wakes up
okay.
and joins them talking.
We've been laying there whispering for a while before we fall asleep.
All right. I'll say, especially by midnight, you guys are
Yeah, we're at
fast
this
asleep.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, during the night, Boz, is there anything else that you wanted to bring up?
No, I think Boz is fine, but he's going to join them for any idle chatter they had. He didn't have anything else to add to the conversation.
All right. So, we'll say idle chatter occurs for the rest of the night. Just something to keep you guys entertained through the long, dark hours.
Yep.
And eventually, night comes to an end as the first rays of sunlight peek over the horizon to the east.
Oh wait,
We didn't buy the chicken.
Nope, did not buy the chicken.
But it was only 1 copper. 2 coppers.
2 coppers. So, with that, the second day of travel is ready to begin. And with that, we're going to roll to determine what you guys may or may not encounter.
Random encounter.
So,
Oh no, God arrived.
Oh,
I
sorry.
would like one of you
I'll do it.
Oh.
Have
There's
you
going
guys
to be
been nice
there's
you
going
tonight?
to be 2 different rolls.
Okay, I'll roll one. Jaden rolls one.
Yay.
One of you roll me a d20.
I'm scared.
Okay, you can roll the d20.
A 3. Okay.
My
And
dice
the
doesn't like me.
other one of you, I would like to go ahead and roll a d12.
Okay,
We never roll a dice.
10.
10. All right.
Let's see what the dice gods have in store for us today.
All right. So,
It's pouring rain when we wake up.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
this first day of or the second day of travel now, you wake up to another gorgeous sunny day. And the first part of your day is spent crossing this large river that stems down from the mountain, which has a bridge, a well-constructed bridge over it. You actually have to take some time just kind of crossing. They seem to do a basic little inspections check, which you guys go right through. As then the rest of your day is very uneventful, with nothing really occurring. You guys find yourselves at as the day continues on after crossing the river, quickly getting into almost a high desert, and then into almost more sandy terrain, leaving the plains behind.
Are we passing any travelers anymore?
That's gonna suck to get out of those stitches.
There are some travelers, but it's spaced out maybe one. You only pass for the entire day of travel, like 4 travelers, period. All of them going the other way, and then you're passed once with some merchants on horses that overtake you and pass you on the road. Because overall, you guys are moving slightly slower than most other parties.
No, we're not on horseback, so.
You're not on horseback yet. But overall, it's actually a very calm, quiet day. During this day, is there anything that you guys would like to do?
Check on Mans.
After the bloodlust of yesterday, Mans is staying very close to you.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to be going out too much and is just trying to be extra protective.
All right.
If Helene, anytime you do happen to get a little closer, you see him like appear from over the shoulder. Yeah.
He's like,
I'd say I'm honestly just sticking closer to Azure. We're just kind of, I'll whisper something every once in a while, just kind of hush tones.
All right. So,
Azure will separate himself. Yes, I know, daily activity. Azure will separate himself from Helene for a little bit. I leave you with Kron.
It's fine. I can talk to Kron.
And he's gonna walk up to Boz.
you are the chosen one.
I am the chosen one.
You are the chosen one.
There can be only one.
We kind of just sneaking up behind you. We haven't really had the opportunity to talk much outside of the little heres and theres, considering the women left us for extended periods.
The women folk.
No, we haven't really talked much. I haven't really talked much to anyone, though. I just want to make sure everyone's okay.
And that's fair. But considering what was talked about at the tavern the other day,
Oh, right.
I think I'd like to know a potential partner now a little bit better than wait till the last minute.
What did you want to know, really?
Well, I know that you had from what I gathered, you have a little bit of a deeper history with the government of this country and maybe trying to help other tieflings, other giant spawn, Goliaths, I think my parents called them. But
Yeah, I tried to help a lot of people. Peoples, I should say.
I'm actually a little interested in kind of what you did, how you went about that, because during all my travels here, tieflings, Goliaths, the sort have been heavily discriminated against, with a few exceptions here or there.
It's been like that for a very long time. Back when I was working with the old government, we did our best to, I did my best to include everyone, but I was sort of at a minority. It's probably partially one of the reasons I left, because I couldn't get through to anyone. And they were all moving on without me and plotting their own things.
I see. Stupid government.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm checking on things now, going around what we can do. I just want to see the state of affairs of the current cities.
And I mean, that's a good thing for you. It's a great thing for me, as during the time I've been here, it's definitely been a bit harder to get information with me not really being in any group of any kind outside the past couple months.
I do have some informants in cities. Last time I came, I haven't been in the cave for 200 years. About 100 years ago, I did take a
sabbatical.
yeah.
Sabbatical from my sabbatical.
I let the cave go for a little bit, and I went and walked around and checked on things.
You went on a walkabout.
I went on a walkabout for my walkabout, and nothing seemed to be moving then. Like there was since that time there's been a slow glacier moving, but it hasn't had anything interesting. Not like I've heard some stories lately, but that's about it. But lately, the current stories are more than I've heard in a long time. So I'm gonna go check on things.
In a concerning matter?
I haven't heard anything concrete yet, but there's murmuring. That's about it. That's I got.
Well, whenever you do go to meet with any of your informants coming up, if you wouldn't mind me tagging along.
Oh, yeah. Well, the little one came with me last time, so I let you come this time.
That works for me. Maybe I can get a question or two of my own answered there.
Don't count on that.
Can't count on it, but we'll see.
All right. So, with discussions kind of being had here and there and other small chat throughout the day, nothing else is going to happen for the second day of travel unless anything else you're actively looking to go for.
Nope.
Nope.
Not with the 3.
You're too bored now.
Yeah.
The heat's getting to your brain.
I think I see a toad at one point in time. I'm like, oh no, that's just a rock.
That's
no
colder.
Birds? Can I shoot birds? Are there any birds?
To try to hit with your knives?
Oh yeah, I don't have a bow. I forgot
No.
about that. Sitting here, I'm like, I have a short bow. I'm like, I don't have a short bow yet.
No.
Yeah.
So,
D&D Beyond character was loaded out much different than my shipwrecked character, so.
tends to happen that way.
Yeah. Womp womp.
Womp
I gotta stop Death after I steal some more money. Just need more money.
Need more money? Just steal it. That's the way to go.
That's fair.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little easier to steal the money and then legally buy the things.
It's better for it's easier to ask for forgiveness.
Looks better. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So, with that, the second day of travel
Nom,
is
nom, nom.
starting to come to an end. As you see the sun starting to set down.
And there's another day of rations.
Is there any
Yep, another day of rations.
Is there any food or even
Things to forage.
anything that's a forage?
Go ahead, roll me a survival check.
I want
Alright.
to help.
Both of you can roll a single survival check.
Ooh,
No.
I did good.
He did
I got a
not.
dirty 20.
He got a nat
Okay.
Oh, buddy.
But
What's with all the
That's
nat
still
ones?
a
Aline,
seven.
you find something. Boz accidentally steps on it.
Well, that's fine though, because I got purified food and water.
It's true.
Let me make it better. Let me make it better.
I picked up that spell because I thought it would be a good one for a long trip. And since it's a ritual cast, it doesn't use a spell slot.
So what you're able to find
Nerds.
is actually some cactus that is growing off the side
Cacti.
of just kind of the pathway, and they're small, but you do find some of them do have some fruit on them.
Are they prickly pears?
They are the equivalent of prickly pears, yes. So you do have to be careful with harvesting them, but with the 20, I will let you
I got little fingers too.
roll me a d4.
And 1.
So in total, you get 3 prickly pears.
That's lame. Can I call Boz over?
Yeah, let me take those now.
Hey,
But
you
wait.
see what I found?
Yeah, these look great.
Yeah, I only got a couple of them off. I don't know if you could do any better. I'm scared to poke myself.
No, I almost hurt myself getting something over there. So
Stupid.
You know who wouldn't hurt themselves pulling prickly pears off? This guy.
before you eat them, though, let me make sure they're clean.
Fine.
Hey, Ala. You see what we found?
Except you don't eat, so that's not exciting to you. Never mind.
Can you taste food?
Yes.
So does food still taste good to you?
So while they're talking, start the
So
ritual.
the food
Yep.
has to be either extremely sweet, extremely sour, or extremely spicy.
So basically, you have the taste buds of a 40-year-old smoker.
Azure creeps around the corner. How do you know what a...
Can't taste things. My father used to smoke a pipe every day since he was 12 years old, and he couldn't taste jack shit. He always made his food way over salty or way super sour, and my mom always said that was because he smoked his taste buds off. So that's what it is, right? Except you're dead, so I mean, most of your taste buds died.
Balls, I'll let you have this one.
I'm not quite sure how that
I was
works.
just asking if you wanted to
not
get some
sure
prickly pears. Pull some off of the bush.
Not once did you say that.
I was just wondering.
If you would like me to prick some off for you, I can.
I wanted to know if you wanted
Because
some
I have
too.
really long nails that are like stupidly like 2 inches long. I'm just gonna kind of stick my fingers in the nails or my nails into the prickly pear and be like,
All right. Go ahead and roll me a d6.
okay. It was a 5, and then it fell off my sketchbook. So we're gonna go with that 5.
With a 5, okay. You're able to gain 5 more.
Oh, that's a total of 8. I can count.
So
It's eraser.
using your long nails, you're able to pick 5 more.
Okay.
Hey.
I will just hand them to Helene.
Ooh, goody.
I'm gonna,
I'm gonna
put 'em
keep-
all in
I'm-
the front of my shirt.
I'm gonna keep
Little.
1 for myself, and I'm gonna let her have 4.
Oh wait, they're not in my shirt because I gave the 3 of them to Boz already. Here, I got some more.
I'll bring him over here.
I'm just gonna dump them on the ground next to him.
He picks them up, brushes them off best he can, and puts
Starts-
them on his bag so they're not in the ground.
Is that how Helene sees it?
He's doing some sort of ritual, chanting
Whoa.
something.
She already ate one. She's high right
yum,
now.
Yum, food.
So yeah, he's gonna do his ritual cast.
I
Which
just
takes
I
10
just
minutes.
pictured Gordon Ramsay
Drink
chanting over his
cactus,
dude. You will not suck because you are not an idiot sandwich.
Oh. Boz, you need to try to teach Helene magic now.
That would be hilarious.
Ooh, magic, magic, magic.
If you can respect the earth, I can show you how to use magic.
If you can desecrate the dead, I can show you how to use magic.
One of those those sound very different.
She's looking for another offer.
I know, I was looking for another option here.
I think I gained mine from being born. So.
That's fair. You can't exactly teach me how to be born.
I mean, unless you want to be a barbarian. You want to punch things? I can teach you how to do giant
It'd be like,
things.
Halfling rage.
Be like, that tickles.
Clearly, you've never heard about gnome rage. It's amazing.
She's not a gnome, though.
Yes.
No,
Similar
John.
concept.
All right. So, with the end of the second day reaching, you guys marking off the second ration
Are we
for.
cooking these? Or are we just purifying them and eating them?
Well, they're pure. You can either eat them or cook them all you want. I can make a campfire.
I can also make
It might not be a bad idea. It's gonna get a little chilly, especially since we're out on the desert now. The
All right,
temperature
so-
drops a little bit
All right,
more.
yeah. I'll set up a campfire for us so we can keep it a little warm.
Okay.
Alright.
For those of us who can get warm.
I mean, to be fair, out of the 5 of you, or
Three
6
of
if you're
us?
counting Mans,
Only 3 of us
yeah.
can get warm.
So,
Something
The
about
fire
the
is
cold,
now
not,
blue.
you know, something bothering.
Well, you
something.
know, the cold does make my joints stiff, but it has to be like super stupid cold, like below freezing.
it's not there yet, but you start to feel some of that tension
Okay.
of where it's like, okay, you know, the weather's.
I was like, is that why Mans remains covered and somewhere under her dress or in
A little
her
bit,
sleep?
yeah.
Yeah, because he's getting.
He's feeling achy
Tense,
too, so if
yeah.
he doesn't have to support himself, it kind of helps relieve some of that pressure.
Yeah, let's just find some. It's not that hard to find dried wood around here, I'm guessing.
Well, now we're in the open desert, the sand.
Cactus, dry cactus.
Dried cactus.
We might be able to do dry cactus.
Yeah, and then I have produced flames, so that's just.
That's true. It doesn't have to be a super long fire. Just enough to kind of warm us up for a little bit. Maybe we'll hold the blankets kind of next to it, but not too close. You know what I mean? For those of us who've been camping before, you kind of like
Yeah.
hold up your clothes right
I could
next to
also
the
use
fire
Druidcraft
and then put them
point at the
on.
fire and it lights.
That is fair.
But I can literally produce flame and just hold it there.
But
for a
is
bit.
that a spell slot?
No, it's a cantrip.
Oh,
Both
okay.
Druidcraft and produce flame
Only
are
thing.
cantrips.
So yeah, you're able to get the fire going, set up a nice little campsite.
We found 7 cactus in total, right?
Yes.
Cactus
8
fruit.
8 in total.
Okay.
You found 3
Ye-
elephants.
I found 5, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I
I
kept
don't know
one.
how to count. Okay, close enough.
So yes, you were right with 7.
We're all eating it.
All right. So I'm gonna say, just kind of for the sake of that, with with you guys sharing them, it'll be enough collectively that one of you doesn't have to mark off a ration.
Okay.
The small one
So-
does not have
Yeah,
to mark
Helene-
off another ration.
Helene, don't mark
I
your
don't
ration
think a
off.
couple fruits will fill up all of the
The big people.
That's fair.
muscle that I have
That is fair.
currently.
Yeah.
I figured that we ate all of them, but secrets don't make friends.
I'm talking about Azure's drawing that I'm attempting to draw right now. I gave him Jerry curls.
It's amazing.
Doesn't
You'll
look
have to
bad,
show it
actually.
later. We'll post it someday.
We'll post it later after this
On the community day.
All right. So,
episode.
with that being said, day 2 is going to be coming to an end. Is someone else wanting to take watch at all, or does it want to just go to Aeol and Kron?
Until midnight, yeah, then I'll
Alan
join in.
Kron, yep.
All right, go ahead, roll a perception check for me.
Azure actually will stay up a bit longer tonight. Just hang out a little bit. He doesn't get to join in on
I
the
got
day
the
hangout.
best
hangouts.
number ever.
A 3.
I got a nat 1.
So you go ahead, roll a perception check instead of Kron then.
That is cocked. That doesn't help. That's a 4.
Yeah.
I mean, the night is nice and calm, and it's nice. It's enjoyable. You don't have a care in the world right now.
I don't have a care in the world, and I keep randomly turning the fire different colors using thaumaturgy.
And I am just way too entertained by it. But like, it's like that tired stare that you're just like, whoa.
It
That's
turns
what
blue.
I'm doing too.
It's
'cause
the
I can't fall
high
asleep.
stare. It's the high stare.
We're all
That's what it
just
is.
staring at the fire, changing colors.
It turns
That's
blue.
So
Then it turns
pretty,
green.
Man.
Kron will go over to Boz. Are they okay?
Boz is already meditating, so.
It was the cactus juice.
Boz? Boz? Oh, that's right. He just kind of like looks around, and then he will sit next to you, Boz, and just wait.
He's got his eyes closed and just doing this the whole time.
Yep.
It's like Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
All
Just
right.
no mumbling during the meditation.
Well, thankfully, nothing happens for the
Thank
second
God,
night.
because nobody was watching.
Darn, I would have
Love to been surprised.
Dang, I don't get to punch anything while I'm tired and feeling good with the changing fire.
So, with that, we're going to go to the third day.
Yay.
Day 3.
So,
We're halfway there.
once again, I would like one person
Me
to
this
go
time.
ahead and roll me a d20.
I'll roll the second dice.
That's 5.
That's a 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
And
been good up
I'd like
until
someone else to roll me a d12.
I roll the d12 this time. Here it is. 3.
3.
Jesus.
Not great.
Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay.
This is when God arrives.
Which one?
Going to be Jesus.
Yes. They have all come for our kneecaps.
All right.
It's your God.
It's my god. Oh, hell.
Exactly.
New hell, what the hell?
So, with the start of day 3 is where the topography continues to change, and you find your plateau starting to rise on both sides of you now, instead of just kind of the transformation of the mountains that have been on your right-hand side. And you find yourself starting to have to navigate into these winding pathways in between them. Which altogether, there's generally, you can look up way to your left and way to your right, and it's this gully that kind of forms. It's pretty easy to travel. However, around midday or so, you guys find yourselves starting to become a little more confused as to exactly which path is starting to go, as some rains from well, actually, not because of that, because there has been other travel, but you notice that you come to a fork in the road and you see prints going both directions. And both of them, because of the topography and the plateaus that are starting to encroach more and more, they both bend after just a few hundred yards, and it's hard to see exactly where either side's going to lead.
Does it feel like we're walking in circles?
A little bit, but we haven't come to this fork in the road before, though. Boz, did your informant friend have any advice on where to go when we got to this labyrinth?
No, he only said to
That's a big word for a little girl.
to be careful though for bandits on the road. He didn't give me any directions.
Oh,
Shit.
bandits. That's great. Thank you for informing us of that.
I thought you would assume. I was just assumed they had bandits anyway.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, it might not be a bad idea. You said it was a couple 100 feet, right? Or a couple 100 yards.
Couple hundred yards on either way before they both kind of bend.
So we can see to the end before it bends, correct?
You can see up to the bend.
Yes.
So how about two of us go one way and two of us go the other, and Kron stays right here so he can watch us?
That's kind of what I was going to suggest.
Excuse me, sir. This is a phone-free zone.
Guys, I think the idea was so good the ringtone went off.
Dun-dun-dun!
We discovered something.
I'm gonna
That
take.
was going to be my idea. You stole it out
I'm
of
gonna
my
take
head.
Helene with me,
Okay, that's fine.
and we're gonna go right.
Okay.
All right then.
But then we can get
'Cause
to the
we're
corner,
always
we can
right.
get to the bend and see what's around there, and then we can go back to Kron and
Absolutely.
figure out which way we're going to go.
You definitely got my brains, not your father's. And I'm gonna walk off.
It's fair. I'm going to kind of speed walk after her because she started going, and I'm just like, wait, my legs are short.
you two be careful.
No promises.
Don't tell me what to do. You're not my mom.
All right. So as you two go and walk down, are you Azure and Boz, you're waiting or going at the same time?
We're gonna go at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would like,
Perfect.
yes, the party is splitting in the wilderness.
Yes,
The best
surrounded
place
by
to do
trees. Oh,
They'll
wait.
hear us if we scream.
This is true. It's
We're
just
not
going
going
to
that
take
far away.
It's true. It's just going to have to take a while for anyone to reach the other party.
We'll just book it.
Yeah.
She can pick me up. We'll be good.
Yep. Because how long does it take to travel a few hundred yards?
A little while since we go 25 feet every
Yeah.
turn.
Oh, honey,
Just-
I got 30 feet. I'll just pick you up.
I will just go fast, okay?
I have 30, and my brain is feeling like I can get faster soon. Smile.
All right.
Hee hee hee.
So I would like both parties to go ahead and roll survival, as you're trying to gauge which way is the correct. Looking for any signs one way or another.
23.
Please tell me you rolled above a 10.
I got an 8. What'd you get? We're gonna get kidnapped.
11.
Yep, we're gonna get kidnapped.
So,
To be fair, I'm also a boss though, the Lord and Savior of survival.
Yeah, I have a +6
I-
survival.
I'm pretty sure that's not the number I rolled just a second ago, but I haven't touched my dice, so maybe I'm just tripping and I'm gonna go with it. That's
Must
a
have
13.
been the cactus.
I didn't touch it.
It's the quenchiest.
All right.
Drink cactus juice.
So, Boz. Well, actually, we're going to start. No, we're actually going to start with Ayala and Helene.
Okay.
You go down, and initially, what led you guys to split up is the fact that you did see tracks going both ways, and you've got no way of really knowing which way is supposed to be the correct way. As you continue going down, you get to the bend, and you kind of see it start loop as you guys went to the left. It passes and it continues this gradual little bend to the left, and then all of a sudden it takes more of a harder turn to the right. But you can't see anything else really past that unless you go completely out of sight. But looking down at the ground, like, you see some tracks. There seems to be like some horse tracks, some footprints. That does seem to be humanoid. But that's all. You're really, like, you aren't able to find anything else that you didn't see at the fork.
Is this wide enough for a wagon?
It is, not by a whole lot, though. You do see, like, the path is getting narrower.
Can I recall if we saw any wagons passing us on the road?
You did. And, well, you are aware from what you've seen, like, yeah, wagons do come through this. And it's enough to pass here, just not by much.
Okay.
Could I send Mans to go look a little further?
You could if you wanted to.
Not that he's going to be able to convey anything to you.
He can come back and tell us.
All right.
In his man speak.
Yeah,
Rock.
I got it.
All right. So
And
Mans
I mean,
is going to go
push
on
comes to
ahead.
shove, if he dies, he just comes back to us. And then we know something really bad's over there.
That's true.
All right. So you send Mans off. We're going to go back to Boz and Azure, though.
Okay.
Azure, this is very new to you. You're not able to pick up too much, except just kind of the basic tracks. And you can tell it's like, well, everything does seem the same. You don't see, like, too much that's off. However, Boz, you are able to distinctly see that there are signs of what seems to be a cart of some sort that has been pulled through here. You do see other tracks, and you can tell that there is more there is noticeable, like, back and forth through this trail. You also do notice, however, with that survival check, that in a weird way, there seems to be an unfamiliar dust on some parts of the pathway too.
This is interesting. I haven't tasted this before.
Why are you licking the dirt?
But that's all you're able to gather. As you go down, you too kind of come where you see the path start bending. In your case, though, it's more to the right, is where it does seem like this splits off, and it's becoming much more canyon-like at this point. And
From my
again, you're going
memory-
to lose sight of Kron if you go too much further.
From my memory, was this the correct path? Do I recognize the canyon from my memory?
Roll me a history check.
Oh man, I
Oh,
suck
yeah,
at
because
these.
you've been to this city before, haven't you?
History.
I
Yeah,
have
I've
no
been-
memory of this place.
11.
Sorry, Gandalf.
Damn.
Always follow your nose.
Follow your nose. Follow your nose. He's
And
not
it
a
would have been
Fruit
fine
Loop.
if you didn't sniff the dirt. Or sniff the dust.
I
Yeah,
licked-
you
I
dust
licked
sniffer.
That's right, you licked it.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
You lint
All
liquor.
right. This may or may not be the right way, but let's go see what the other two have to say. So,
So we're all walking back to the beginning.
All right.
Yep.
So, how long do you want to wait for Mans?
Probably let him go like a couple of yards, maybe like a football field distance.
About 100 yards again.
A football field away.
Yes, it's
100
this. It's
Okay.
this thing that they have in ancient cities.
Or decapitated feet.
Yes.
Or reanimated to kick around a leather ball.
Yes.
Well, they run on their feet. That's why it's called football.
Yeah. So Maz goes out of sight and then comes back.
Did you see anything? Well, obviously not see anything. Nothing? Should we
He
go?
just like slowly climbs back up on top of you.
She's like, he's really lethargic. Like, he's not his normal mansiness.
That might have been my fault.
No, I don't think it was. I think there might be something wrong, but we'll worry about that in a little bit.
Do you want me to peek around the corner? I'm little.
Nope. Because if you peek around the corner and something happens to you, I'm gonna go peek.
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
No,
So-
hell. Get it right.
So Azure and Boz, you make it all the way back, and you don't see Helene or Ayala yet. But you're
Oh,
able
have
to,
you just-
and as you kind of go and turn the bend, you only see Helene.
Kron, come with us. We're gonna go check on them.
It's like, okay. So you go trudging down the left path.
Yep.
I thought we went to the right.
We went to the right.
Oh, sorry, right path. My
Okay.
bad.
Yes.
Because
We went to
we're
the
always right.
They went to the left.
That's right.
Oh
my bad.
Gosh.
Exactly. That's right. That's
Right.
why we went right.
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 Wrong.
Right.
Okay. So, Ayala,
Yes.
go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Oh boy.
Yes. It was a 5.
5 flat? Do you have no perception skills?
Nope.
Bitch, please. So you were the one who wanted to peek around the corner.
Yep.
I have a +5 to my perception.
Your point. You also squish a lot easier than I do. You remember how many
You get
times
touched and you explode.
you got stuck in little holes and got attacked, and then we couldn't help you? Yeah, that's
I
what
wouldn't crawl into anything. I've learned my lesson.
Have you?
So you had a 5.
Yes.
All right.
Loads up flashback of you crawling into things.
So,
Do you see anything?
Ayala,
Yes.
with your 5, you do see what appears to be down the, just at the edge of your vision down this kind of pathway, as it's turned into a canyon, from what you can tell, or at least similar natures of one, is at the very end, there seems to be like a cart.
Cart. Okay, I will backtrack a little bit, enough that I can yell that she will hear me.
Can I see her at all? Or is she like around the corner?
She's around the corner,
And I'll
around
be
the
like-
bend.
Just
There's a cart down here. Should we go get it?
Ooh, I don't like the sound of that. Boz was saying something about bandits. I didn't even see cart tracks on this road. Do you see cart tracks on the ground?
Maybe it came from the other direction.
I don't know, man.
I'm not a
I
man.
don't like this. I don't know, woman. I don't like
Well,
this.
how about we wait for the others then?
Well, they're coming up the trail now to come check on your ass.
Yeah, like as you're yelling back, Azure, Kron, and Boz are all getting to Helene.
Can I like watch the tops of the canyon? Because I'm getting paranoid here now. I'm like kind of watching around, being extra observant. Because I haven't rolled a perception check yet.
Go ahead and roll one then.
Okay. 16.
16. At least from what you can tell, the tops of the canyon seem fine. You don't see any motions
I'm
or.
listening for random animal noises that should not be there.
All you hear is some birds that seem appropriate.
Natural birds.
Yeah,
Bah.
they're not fake birds.
Meh.
Bah.
Fake bird calls. Very common for bandits.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would know.
So nothing seems out of place. What are you
So-
guys doing?
Ayala, tell Boz what you saw.
About another couple hundred yards, there's a cart.
Was there anyone in it? I mean,
No, it was just a cart.
we should check on it.
That's
Maybe
what
it's
I
like-
was thinking, but I
Maybe
mean,
someone's hurt, or maybe it's abandoned.
Or maybe it's a trap. Only one way to find out.
All right, so we're gonna go. Just be careful now when we get over there. If it is a trap, we want to be ready.
What's the worst that can happen? They kill me?
Well, they kill you and everyone else.
God, you have no sense of humor. And I'm just gonna walk.
No one's ever accused me of that.
Well,
Azure pulls out his longsword and starts following along.
All right. So collectively, can I get a marching order?
I'm gonna go first. With Boz. And
All right.
I will go second.
Yeah. Is there room for side by side?
The
Yes, there's room
I'd
for side by
assume-
side.
So, yeah.
I'd
The one
assume
that
so
could
if
see
it's
good is
fine.
behind me. You can see good.
Yeah. Well,
I
I'm
can
just
also
kinda
see
like,
good.
Yeah.
I have
I'm
really
behind
good
him, and then
vision.
Kron's behind me. I'm assuming.
Yeah, but I've got a high perception.
He would actually
Yeah.
tend to try to push forward more to like the third spot.
Yeah, let's keep him between us.
Okay, how about I just go to the end and let all of the living people go first?
What the fuck?
You guys all want to push forward, so let
I didn't want to push forward. I want to be in the back.
Okay.
Sorry,
So
that
you
was
be
really
next to me.
loud.
That was very loud.
It'll
yes.
get fixed in editing.
Thanks.
Maybe. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm the editor too.
That's true.
So Boz is up front.
yes.
Ayala's also up front. And then Kron and Azure are second, I guess, maybe, side by side ish. And then I'm just kind of tailing behind everybody else, like, I don't know, guys, this is a bad idea.
Danger,
I don't
danger.
like this.
All right, sounds
Danger
good.
will
Your
run.
spidey sense? It's tingling.
Just keep an eye out.
I don't
They're
like
called
this.
Peter Tingles. Get it right.
Whoa, man.
You're right.
Her Helene Tingles are acting up.
All right. So with Boz in the very front, as you guys go and approach the cart that you saw off, which was just like only halfway obscured at first, or was halfway obscured at first by like another kind of bend. As you get closer, starts to reveal the entirety of it, and the cart itself from a distance you don't see anything wrong with it. And then as you're approaching closer and closer to it, you're keeping your eyes peeled because initially like nothing actually seems off or different. Like it just seems to be a cart. But Boz, I'd like you to go ahead and roll me perception.
I'm also still watching. I've been trailing behind everybody, just kind of watching the cliffside.
Just to make sure.
15.
Yeah. I'm not even looking at the cart right now.
All right. With a 15, as you're approaching closer and closer to the cart, you start picking up signs that something is in fact off about this. And it's before you get right up to it. The first thing is that the cart seems about halfway loaded, but with what you're not sure because you actually see that everything seems to be just covered in dust.
It's old. Is
And
this
it's-
cart still functional? Is it broken?
It's hard
You're
to
not
say.
sure, but it's like the entirety of it has almost a full inch of just like this dirt and dust that seems to have accumulated onto it.
This has been here a while.
And as you're looking around more, you see that there's areas on the ground that also seem to have just these like large circles of additional like dust buildup, dust and dirt that's on the ground that are seemingly untouched. But taking a closer look around, like there was still the footprints and tracks that you saw leading out in here. And it seems like this dust and buildup has actually like covered sections of the tracks that you see.
All right. Be careful of those dust mounds. Those don't look right. Everything about this seems a bit weird.
You're not gonna lick it?
Not right
You
now.
did
afterwards.
lick it before I saw you.
Yeah, but it didn't seem as weird before. This just seems off.
I'm going to get down and kind of like hands and knees and crawl to the dust pile and just kind of like with my tip of my fingernails just kind of.
Okay,
He told me not to touch it, so I'm going to touch it.
so you get down.
Boz is right next to where the staff.
All right, so one of these piles, you kind of get down and your finger starts digging, and it just goes like straight through the dust and very easily is able to be kind of pushed aside, and then eventually you hit like a solid bottom. That's the rocks and gravel, not gravel, but the hard base of the pathway underneath it.
It's almost like the dust was just placed here.
That's what I'm worried about. I'm gonna shillelagh already.
I'm looking behind us. I'm just kind of like rotisserie chicken, kind of turning around. Like I'm turning, I'm looking up, I'm looking. At
We
the
did get a
car, I'm
chicken.
turning and looking. I am very unsettled about this. I am very not okay right now.
Go ahead and make me another perception check then.
At advantage because I'm already
Nope.
on edge. Damn. Well, I didn't need it because I got a dirty 20.
Okay. With the dirty 20.
Dear Alpha, I see. Sorry. All of my Lord of the Rings references. I have not been binging that recently. So continuing. Sorry.
It's been too long since I've binged it.
Took me like 4 days, but we finished it.
So this time, with your paranoia hitting like all-time highs, at least in recent days,
Yeah.
you're looking around. You know there's something off, and you just don't know what. And as you're looking up and down and everywhere, all of a sudden, on the side of the canyon wall, about 20 feet above you, and at this point about 30 feet behind you, is you see this small, like winged creature that blends in almost perfectly with the coloration of the canyon wall. And you see these like small beady yellow eyes just that are locked at you, but you can make out that shape of it. And then
Can I determine what kind of creature it is?
you've never seen it before.
Never seen this before.
No,
I can
and then
guarantee you your character has never seen this before.
Not even in a book.
Not even in a book.
Okay.
So
I don't like this. Let's head out.
You haven't seen it yet. I haven't said anything. I haven't even had a chance to.
It doesn't matter. He's just.
Yeah.
This is too weird for him. He's
Chrissy,
getting
I
ready to
don't
go.
like this.
We have enough evidence to want to leave.
Yeah, this is enough. This was abandoned for a reason. Let's head back to their path.
right as he
Guys?
says that, and you start to say something, your
He
eyes
saw-
your eyes now recognizing this creature, you actually start picking up more.
He saw that I saw him.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I don't want anyone to move too quickly, but we're being watched.
fuck. I'm gonna stand slowly, like bones cracking.
I'm gonna kind of walk over to you and grab your hand. kinda
Which one? I
turn-
got 3.
One of the ones that's attached to you.
Oh.
Doesn't matter. Grab your hand and kind of turn slowly. And I'm not gonna point, but I'm gonna look like. You see that wall over there? There's some sort of winged, beady-eyed creature over there, and there's more of them. I can't figure out how many because the more I look, the more I see.
I'm assuming
much.
it's super bright outside.
Yeah, it's about 11 o'clock, and even in the
Sun's
canyon, the sun's coming like straight down on you guys.
Okay.
So there's like a slight shadow on the canyon wall, but it makes it harder to actually pick out.
Okay, because my light sensitivity.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to look in the direction that she's pointing,
Uh-huh. I totally see it. Yeah.
but I'm thinking that my vision after a certain amount is just
It's too bright.
Yeah, it's too bright, and I'm just gonna look away and be like, I can't.
Shit. Okay. Azure.
Hmm?
Do you see them?
Roll me a perception check. I will
wall
give you
right there.
advantage on this because they're being pointed out now.
Not quite pointing, but I'm describing exactly
16.
where it is.
You don't see them either.
Oh shit. Okay, well either way guys, I think that we need to get out of here.
Let's
I
go.
can see them and they're staring at us like we're their next meal.
All right,
I think
let's
we
get out
should
of
go
here.
down
Quickly.
that other path to the left.
And remember, as I did describe it, the first one you saw was behind you.
We have to go back towards them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretend you don't see them.
So just walk normal and
Yeah.
act normal and.
Act casual.
If need be,
Oh, no, I
book
never-
it.
What?
If need be, book it.
Could we walk past the cart? Like pretend the cart was never there and just keep walking?
You could keep walking down this path. What are you guys doing?
Okay, even number, we keep walking down the path. Odd number, we go back.
Oh god.
It's even.
God.
What was that? What was the result?
We keep walking down the path. We walk past the cart like it was never there.
I don't
Oh.
You say it's only
this-
10 feet wide, though, right?
No, it varies
Okay.
from like 10 to like 20 feet.
Okay. If
Oh,
Ayla
no,
if
there's
Ayla starts
nothing
moving,
here.
I'm going to follow her. So
All right.
And if
I'm
Bala
just
starts moving,
sticking
I'll
with
follow.
the group now. I don't like this, but we're going this way, so I'm going this way too, I guess.
I'd rather walk away from the scary creatures on the wall than walk towards the scary creatures on the wall.
I'm going to look ahead of us for more.
All right.
I'm keeping my eye out as well. I'm
Question:
just-
what language does everyone speak?
Common.
Halfling, common, and thieves can't.
I speak Common, Sylvan, Infernal, and Deep Speech.
Orc,
I will
Elvish,
find it
and
someday.
Druidic.
I will find it someday.
Man
Where to go.
speaks middle finger.
Common, Draconic, Giant, Infernal, and Uncommon.
Draconic.
Okay.
An Undercommon, sorry.
Really impressive arrays.
I speak on
Yeah,
common.
that was
However-
not coordinated, by the way.
However, all of you, as you start walking away, turning your head away from this, just hoping whatever these creatures are, so they're just going to leave you alone. And you all hear this nasally, high-pitched voice speak out and kind of call, and there's a slight echo amongst the canyon. Like that. It's a little more muted. It sounds
It sounds like a parrot.
almost.
Question is,
But none of you actually understand it.
what language does Kron speak?
He does not speak this language.
Damn it, Kron. What good are you?
And with that, you start to hear behind you as rocks and pebbles start to fall from the canyon wall. And that's where we're going to go ahead and end the episode.
Use the card as cover! Use the card as cover!
So,
Shoot.
next time we will pick up and see what these creatures are. And we'll see if you guys live or not. But until then, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. We're about to have our next actual combat session. It's been, I'd say, a hot minute, but it's been a hot few weeks
It's
or
been
months.
a hot
Yeah,
hour.
it's been a long time.
It's
yeah.
been a minute.
Ultimately, though, we hope that you enjoyed. We appreciate everyone who watches up to this point. Hope to see you again next time. Take care.
Yes, bye.
Bye.
Oh, by the way,
We're
are
to
to
die
die
for.
for.
Oh, that was bad. Bye.